Hi, this is George, and today is day number 28. Can you believe it? It's almost done. This is my Swatchtober. Yesterday, I did the exploration of neurographic art, and with a couple of variations, because remember, if you like something, play around with it and add your own spin. Today I'm going to go over adding shapes to your doodle. Today I'm going to use my watercolor paper, which is 100% cotton. It's 140-pound cold press. I recommend that you go for 100% because, or 100% cotton, because the cotton will absorb the various levels of paint you're going to apply, whereas a multi-medium surface, it will absorb somewhat, but over time, the more you work it, the more it rests on the surface, as well as probably some Caran d'Ache, but I'm not sure. I have some paint brushes. You can use whatever you want. I like to have a larger brush to fill in more space quickly, and smaller brushes for finer detail. I'll also use a mechanical pencil, a kneaded eraser, some water, paper towels, or you can use a regular towel to wipe off your brush from cleaning it, and also to damp out any excess water that you don't need. I'm also going to be using a heat tool. Now you can use a hair dryer, but I recommend using it on the lower setting. So guess what? This is my Caran d'Ache, so I am actually going to use them. And these are crayons that are water soluble. I'm going to use the yellow ochre because I've used it throughout the doodle process in other areas. And I'm also going to introduce the idea of a variegated, I think that's the right word, of a blend. It's including more than one color in your blend. I'm not sure on terminology, but I knew how to use it. another color I'm going to use is my cobalt blue. And randomly place it good. Now I'm going to use a medium size brush as it's going to be the number 4. Since this is a larger area, I might have gone for my mimic number 6, but because I want to work in some of the different colors, I'm using a somewhat smaller brush. And I'm going to frequently get some clean water, because in this case, water is your friend. And don't worry about going over the lines. It doesn't matter. And once the Caran d'Ache like watercolor dries, it'll be a little bit lighter. So don't get all upset if it's too dark or intense. Remember, there's no wrong or right, it's just you and your creativity. And add some more water. So I'm going to use the blow dryer, in this case, heat gun, but I want to have the water interact with the pigment a little bit more before I stop the process, because as soon as you apply heat, it stops. I like the ability that water has to kind of dance around the various pigments going on. I mean, you have an idea what's going to end up, but watercolor has a mind of its own. Just accept it. Accept it and embrace it. So I'm going to be back when it's dry. So the mixing is pretty much done. I'm going to use my heating tool to speed up the process a bit. So there are a lot of shapes you can add to your swatches, but depending on part of your preferences, you can included and they can be misshapen or kind of wonky because nobody will know. And one more here. I'm going to go in with my Staedtler pigment liners. I'm probably not going to go over them with paint, but if I do, they are going to be permanent and won't bleed or smudge. And they're light fast, so they won't fade or change colors over time. Now, normally I would use a thicker point, but because we don't have that many areas, except for the neurographic I did yesterday, I'm going to go in with my 07. And again, don't worry about everything being just right, because once again, it doesn't matter. And because I started experimenting with the neurographic art and decided I like it, I want to add a bit more thickness because it adds a bit more oomph, as it were. Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm just having you some possibilities that you can start incorporating in your own art. And besides, I think it's really relaxing to do this. And when it's relaxing and you're having fun, you're more likely to experiment. And even though I don't have a strong line here, I'm going to add it as well. It might have been an accident, but a happy accident. And I'm going to go back in with my 07 to have the line visible now. I saw a line that hadn't been rounded out while I was waiting for the ink to dry, and I included it. Now, you didn't have to do that, but it was throwing off my juju, kind of. All right, so I'm going to use my kneaded eraser. And the only part I have that shows pencil and let's add a bit more here. Okay, now you can add as much as you want, but if I did that, this would be a really long video. So, how do you like it? Have you ever thought of adding geometrical shapes to a watercolor background, or in this case, Caran d'Ache? Give it a try. I think you're going to like it. It'll be adding a little bit more dimension to your doodles, and may end up surprising you that you like it so much that you'll do more and more. And I like the rounding. It's like the narrow graphic art, but it's a bit more controlled. So you have some angles here, but you also have more organic stuff going on here. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Remember to VOTE, because it's really getting close now. And remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and maybe break out of your normal routine and experiment. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye.